I'm Abolfazl. Let's get right to it. Welcome guys to another episode of Unitips. Last week when I was in hospital, I was so busy I didn't get an opportunity to make one of these for you. Plus, people are saying that I've left it for far too long before I make a why medicine video. But the reason I did was because I wanted to have that hospital experience before talking to you guys about why medicine. Because nobody applies to get stuck in a lecture theatre all day. You apply for the job, and that's for when you're working in a hospital. So what did I see in my hospital time that makes me think medicine is exactly the right career for me? The main thing I was doing in the hospital was taking histories. And at the start, you're really nervous talking to a patient, making sure everything you're asking is correct. But then once you've taken a few, you learn that the people you're talking to are amazing people with life stories full of experiences that they are willing to share with you because you're a medic. Even as a student, you're in that position of privilege. So people are willing to share all of these intricate details about their life, which they might not even be sharing with the rest of their family members. And there's so many experiences, so many interesting aspects to take from that. When I was first applying to medicine in A-levels, there's a lot of things you have to consider about your personal statements and your interview, about what to say. Everybody knows that's a basic question. Why do you want to do medicine? So you start thinking about all these different reasons, like, I want to go into medicine to help people, or I want to go into medicine because I've had an interest for many years. But these are all too cliche. They tell you not to write them because it's too obvious. Everybody says these, it makes it too easy. When you're applying, you have to think about a unique aspect, and I think being able to talk intimately with a patient and talk about their life experiences and gain a lot from that is a reason that not many people actually notice until you're already in medical school. When I was applying, I wanted to do it because I did have an interest from when I was really young. And when I was volunteering, I gained so much experience when I was shadowing the doctors, when I was talking to patients, when I was talking to the nurses. You meet so many amazing people. You get so many amazing experiences that it just shows you that that's the way you want to go. You see that as well as the whole science side of medicine that you spend so many hours in lectures for. There's a whole art side where you get to talk to people, you get to communicate, you get to develop your interpersonal skills. And it's really useful as both life skills, getting to know people, and as well there's also that science aspect. I've always been a really science-based learner, so for my A-levels I did science subjects. I've always been really strong in sciences, and the science is interesting as well because it's so varied. Medicine is really varied from all the different specialities you can choose from. In a lot of careers, they say, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time? If they ever ask that in medicine, I feel like it's an incorrect question because there's so many different opportunities. How are you supposed to know where you want to end up so many years from now? Right now, I'm in second year, and still I don't know whether I want to go into GP, surgery, physician, psychology. There's so many different aspects, and even within each of those aspects, there's so many different areas of that specialty you can go into. For example, in surgery, you can go into transplant, you can go into orthopedics. And in each one, there's a different amazing bit. For example, I've done a GI placement, so now I'm really interested in gastrointestinal medicine. I did a bit of medicine, so I'm really interested in that. I've spoken to some surgeons, so that's a big interest of mine. And I feel like because it's so varied, that's something that you'll develop over your course of time studying medicine, where you'll eventually find that one bit that sticks out more than any other. But just how varied it is and how many options you have is another reason for why medicine is an amazing choice. Obviously, medicine is not everyone's cup of tea. It can be really stressful. For example, on my first day in hospital, I saw a doctor talk to a patient about end-of-life choices. And that's a really difficult conversation to have, and a really difficult one to hear as well, even though I wasn't having the conversation. So obviously there are the really difficult aspects of medicine that you can't ignore, but there are also the really rewarding positive aspects as well. So I feel like medicine was definitely the right career for me, and there's a lot of reasons that you should consider to see if it's the right one for you. Thank you for watching. I hope this was useful. If it was, share and subscribe. I know you want to be me, but I'm signing out.